Well, the seller said buy one get one free, so I couldn't pass up this good deal. I got the pair for 200 bucks, or I guess one for free, one for 200. These are 1978 Puchs. These were made in Austria, so pretty cool mopeds. And I guess the seller said he bought these brand new in 1978 for him and his wife to drive around town, and then he parked these in 1988 and hasn't ridden them since. You can see the license plate on there. 1988. Same with that one. And these look to be in excellent condition. I mean, all the blinkers are on them, tail lights, seats aren't ripped. Paint's really cool. And this green color is really hard to find. I've never seen another one in that green color. So I'm really excited to own this one. The tires are all flat on them. I don't know if those are going to pump up or not. I think the chrome will come back. They've been sitting inside a barn for the last 37 years. But pretty low mileage on them. This one's got 1,400 miles. This one's got 1,600 miles. So not too bad. This one's missing the cover. Ooh, look at the mouse nest in there. Because these have been sitting for so long, they're both going to have to be gone through completely. So definitely going to be some big projects today. But the goal for today is to get both of these running and driving by the end of the video. So let's get these things off the trailer, start working on them, see what we find. Alright, little walk around on each one. I love that green one. That's so cool. This one has a cat eye light on there too. Cool. Looks like it used to have a windshield as well at one point. Oh, this one's got a nest in there too. Yeah, tires just completely dry rotted there. They've been sitting for a long, long time. This one's in a little better shape, it looks like. But fun fact, about, what was it, 6 years ago? I used to ride one of these in college. It was actually called a Pinto, but pretty much same design, same model. And yeah, that was fun. That was a 2-speed. You can actually pedal these if it runs out of gas. They don't go very fast, but yeah, at least you're not stranded then. Yeah, those are holding air for the most part. I'll hop on and try to ride this thing around. So I went to school in Platteville, Wisconsin, and there was this huge hill you had to go up to get to class. And one day I was riding, a moped similar to this called the Pinto, and it ran out of gas, wouldn't start back up. And so the only way to move this thing is to pedal it or push it. So I pedaled up that hill, and you could see how fast you can get going pedaling it. It's not good. So I looked like a complete idiot doing that. And then I was lucky enough to have the hill so you could coast down, and I was able to get to class like probably 30 minutes late, but I got there. And yeah, I rode that thing for like 2 years in college, and it was a pain in the butt every day. I rode it in the winter. It was not good. But I ended up selling that thing like 7 years ago. I wish I would have kept it. It's kind of cool. But anyway, let's start with this gray one first. So as you can see, the pedal mechanism does work. And what these do is you pedal it to start it. So you hold this lever in. This is like a clutch. And then it rotates the engine. See that? Without that held in, it doesn't rotate the engine. Let's see if the brakes work. Yeah, brakes are working. Yeah, brakes work good. Carb is on there. That's the original carb. Coil's on there. Plug looks like it's in place. Pipe is on there. It's that clogged. Let's see. These always get clogged at the tip. Let's get a flashlight and look in there. Yeah, so that little silencer piece comes out of there, and you can clean that out. There should be a little place for oil right in here. Let's take that screw out and see if there's anything in there. All right, so this is the fill plug here, and the oil you want just seeping out of here past the threads. So when we open this up, it should be right level with that hole. The drain bolt on these is right there. You guys can see that right towards the back. It's right there. Should start pouring out here. Let's see. There's some in there. Yep. Looks new, actually. So it's right up to those threads. Looks good. So the tanks on these are actually part of the frame. You can't take them off and clean them. So if they're bad, they're bad. Let's see. Ooh. She's a little crusty. Oh yeah, she's rusty in there. That's some heavy rust. Oh boy. Well, that's not good. So, we're gonna have to deal with that. And here's the little petcock. There's no way that's not clogged. I'm guessing that's probably not working either. Trying to get this gas line soft enough so we can disconnect it. You don't want to break off a tab there. Ooh, that's really old gas coming out. Let's see if anything comes out. Nothing. You can hear it click. We're definitely going to need a filter with that rusty gas tank. Inspect the coil here before we check for spark, just to make sure that's grounded out. Yep, you've got the two grounds going from the brown. You've got the hot coming in, the blue from over here, the black. So we should be good. The only thing that worries me is the flywheel cover is off. So I'm hoping it's not too rusty on there. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see what the boot looks like here. Might have to cut that back a little bit. Oh yeah, it's visible. That's good. Get that back on. Oh, plug is loose. I don't know if that's a good sign. Alright, that looks like a brand new plug. So I wonder if the seller tried to fire this thing up before selling them. completely white. So it looks like it never ran. Either he replaced the plug before he put this thing away, it's a Champion plug, or he put new plugs in trying to fire it up before selling it. Well, let's get some penetrating oil in there, maybe some Marble Mystery. This thing sat for 37 years, so it's not gonna hurt it. A little Marble Mystery oil going in. Now we can kind of kick this thing over, see what it sounds like with the plug out. So we're going to hold in that clutch lever and kick it over. Feels pretty smooth. Sounds pretty good. Can't let the stay in there. Doesn't sound horrible. Keeps on coming off that stand though. It's a little stiff kicking over. Alright, now the question is, do we have spark? Please have spark. Let's see here. I'm gonna hold that right to there. Oh yeah, no way. Well, we really lucked out there. We have really good spark. Wow. Kind of going away on us. Let's see if we have a flywheel puller for this thing. And then we can get to those points. See if the flywheel just comes right off of here. New. Let's see if we have a puller. This one's gonna work. Looks a little too big. Yeah, that's not gonna work. There are threads in there. This one's just a little bit too big. So we don't have a puller, but I think we can get into the points area. Yeah, there's a clear window into the points. You can see the points pretty clear. So all we have to do is reach into that window with our little file and clean those off. Spray that off, those points. And then just take our file, stick it in there, and just take off that little surface, the points, and just spray that off again. We're just gonna see if we still have spark. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get. Pretty good spark. So we're just gonna leave that for now. All right, well, we have spark, luckily. Let's test compression. For these machines, you wanna see at least 90, otherwise it probably won't run. Well, what are we gonna get? We're gonna do throttle open. Alright. Let's see if the throttle does open first. Yep, it does open. Okay, let's see. Alright, kick this thing over, throttle open. Oh, that's really good compression. Wow. it have so much compression? That's a little concerning. Here we go. This thing has 182 pounds of compression. That is a ton. All right, well that is very surprising. I was expecting like 100, 120 maybe. 182. That's pretty good. So compression is not going to be an issue. So we have spark, we have compression. This one might be an easy one. So let's get that carb off of here. Yeah, these mopeds were really popular back in the day because they're so simple. You can ride them like a bike. You can pretty much take them anywhere. And they went probably like 30 miles an hour, so they're not like too slow. Perfect for in the city riding. Let's see if this little guy will come off of here. Sometimes it can be a little tricky. You might have to take him off like that. Like it's pulling. Pull out of there like that. Here's the little choke piece. This gets put right in there like that. Pull up and down on this lever piece here. It appears to be stuck. Yeah, that's stuck, but this rides right in here. Take that wire out. There we go. Alright. There's the carb. Not much to it. That pushes down the float to prime it. Like I said, there's the choke. That just sits right in there. See, it blocks off that passageway. As the choke comes up, it's clear. Oh man. Ugh. I don't know if that's gonna open up or not. Doesn't look good. We might have to dunk that in the ultrasonic cleaner to loosen that up. All right, we let this sit for like 5 minutes. Just trying to loosen this up. Oh, man. Oh, I think that came off. Oh, what's in there? Let's pour that in a clear cup so you guys can see what color that is. Look how old that gas is. That's 37-year-old gas right there. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty gunked up. Definitely looks like it's been sitting for 37 years. Carb. You can see. Float has that on there too. Let's see if that little pin will come out. Oh, she's pretty stuck too. Uh-oh. There we go. It's coming. Let's get this O-ring off here. It's broken. There. I don't want to score it up. Oh, there we go. I don't want to lose that. Alright. Float needle coming out. Needle is a little bit dry rotted at the tip, so hopefully that will stop the gas from pouring everywhere. Float doesn't look horrible. We can clean that up. I think that'll wipe off pretty easily. This is just foam. There we go. That came out pretty easily. It's gotta be clogged though. Look how tiny that jet is. That thing is tiny. Yeah, definitely clogged. 100%. Oh yeah, look at that in there. All gunked up. There's a little filter. Just dropped it. Tiny, tiny little filter screen. Everything is so petite on this carb. That's all clogged up too. So I think the 5mm fit in there. Let's see if it'll come out. There we go. So that was 5mm. All right, well, that's pretty much it for the carb. Not too much to it. Just that one little jet in there that was completely plugged out. That needs to be cleared out. And then, yeah, all these little passageways need to be cleared out. We're gonna let this sit in the ultrasonic cleaner for about 30 minutes. Come back and blow this out with compressed air and brake cleaner, and we should be good to go. All right, we got the carb out of the ultrasonic cleaner. Literally looks brand new. Everything's cleaned up. Jets are all clear. So we can reassemble this and get it back onto the bike. All right, we got the carb reassembled, new O-ring around the bowl. Yeah, that thing turned out really nice. All right, we got the carb back on. So we've got new gas line and a new filter that we're gonna put on. But before we do that, let's take a look at the actual petcock. We gotta get that off. I'm sure that's completely clogged up. Ooh. So that's a good sign at least. At least there's gas in there. I think the filter's gonna get stuck. Trying to pull that out. That's some old gas coming out of there. Wow, is that dark? It's almost black. It won't get clogged too badly. All right, here's the petcock. So we can take off the little handle here. That comes off. Just like that. And this little plastic piece should pop off of here. Like that. And that piece. Little spring. Little washer piece. It's all clogged in there too. Alright, petcock. It's all put back together. New O-rings in there, so let's see if that works. We cleared out all the passageways. Alright, we got the petcock installed. Let's get some gas line on there. This is going to be fed through here onto that nipple there. We'll cut it right here. Put our filter in. And then kind of loop it around. Let's see. Like right there maybe. See if that'll work. I think that'll work. That's not too kinked. Get some gas in here. This is 40 to 1 going in. It's going into the filter. Let's see if it leaks out the carb here. Alright. Yeah, she's a tad rusty. But so far carb isn't leaking. Let's see. Looks pretty good. Alright, well, we have compression, we have spark. Now we're getting fuel to the carb. Will she fire up for the first time in 37 years? Let's give it a shot. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. Choke it. Grab it. A little spray of gas down there. I cannot believe she fired up. First time in 37 years. Sounds pretty good. Just had to clear out. That is awesome. Let's see if the lights work. Oh, I think that was the kill switch. Yeah, that was the kill switch. The lights are right here. There's a horn on here too. We'll have to see if that works. But yeah, she sounds pretty good. Revving out completely too. No leaking at all. You guys hear the horn? That is awesome. Listen to that. Lights work, horn works, kill switch works. I cannot believe it. Well, let's go see if she moves. Alright, she's a little boggy. Didn't like going up the hill. So, I think the pipe is partially clogged. Let's see. Alright, it's still really boggy. Let's take the pipe off. There's a nut here holding it on. We took that off. I can slide off like that. You can see all the carbon coming out. So that's pretty packed full of carbon. Alright, this whole pipe can come off. Doesn't look horrible. Not too packed full of carbon. Alright, let's start this thing back up. Alright, we're here with Jade. She wanted to ride this thing.
Bacon to ride it.
She's ridden one before. We have a black one in the storage unit. So, you think you can handle it?
Yep.
Alright.
No, but okay.
She got a new helmet. Put it on for everybody. Let's see it.
Show my sweatshirt off.
Yeah.
For advertising. Okay.
This is a skateboard helmet, by the way. She ordered it off of Amazon.
I don't think so. Give me a minute.
I don't think that's gonna save you either way, but
It's pretty heavy duty. Alright.
throttle. Right here. The handlebar. Twist back. Careful. Go the other way with it, maybe. Give it throttle. Oh boy. Are you going all the way with throttle? What? Yeah, twist it back. Gotta give it throttle.
I know, but it's scary.
You don't have to pedal the whole time. Stop pedaling. There you go. Now just use the throttle. You want to try it on the road?
There you go.
You don't have to pedal. She's going like half throttle. Oh boy. There. She's gonna pedal again.
Holy crap, Joe! Well, that's enough thunder bat for today.
You don't want to take it on the road?
No way! No, I don't want to take it on the road. I can handle it in the grass. Oh good, I dug up our lawn in the process.
No, that was me. You didn't dig it up with that. Wishful thinking though.
Hey, stop. Hey.
Well, what do you think?
I like four-wheeler ATV, UTV better than this.
Really?
This is scarier to me.
Huh.
I'm not great on bike. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hand-eye coordination thing.
I was telling everybody I used to ride this thing in college, one of these.
Did you go into the nosebleed stories?
No, I didn't go into that. But I told them going uphill was fun.
Yeah,
All the cars behind me.
yeah. It's hard to do it uphill.
It goes about 5 miles an hour going uphill.
Yeah.
But downhill is pretty good.
Yeah, it's hard to stop when it went downhill, I felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm working on the green one right now, so hopefully we can get that one.
Race.
Yeah.
Speed test.
Yeah, I think I'd win.
I don't know, Joe. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
thanks for riding it.
I'm playing you on it.
Yeah, well, thanks for riding it.
Yep. Yep.
Anything else to say?
Nope. Nothing.
You haven't made an appearance on the channel in a while.
Yeah, I bet everyone's just been waiting for that.
Alright, well, on to the green one. Well, it's running a lot better now. So we found the problem. I think this thing needs the air filter to run right. So what I did was put the choke just a little bit down and that let it rev out completely. So it must have been running a little bit lean. Runs really, really good. I got up to 30 miles an hour on the road, which is pretty fast for this little thing. It tops out at 30 on the gauge, so. Yeah, downhill we were going 30. So pretty fast. Thing's pretty fun. So let's move on to the green one here. All right, so the green one looks to be in a little worse condition. The tires are really flat. I don't know if the tubes are out of them or what. This one's completely dry rotted in the back, basically falling off. But let's start with the oil on this one again. It looks like this one's a little bit different. It's got a dipstick here. So let's see if there's anything in there. Ooh, that just broke right off. Ooh, that's not good. Plug is basically disintegrating, so that's not good. Let's see. Yup, you can see the oil coming out. It's filled up all the way, so the seller must have replaced the oil before storing it. So that's good at least. Let's see how bad this is. Ooh. This one's actually a little bit better, I think. Not as bad. It's bad, but there's not as much rust in there. So that's good. All right, let's see if we can pedal this one. Let's see if it turns over here. Yep. Alright, spark plug boot coming off. Let's see if we have wire exposed here. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna cut that back. Look good. Loose in there again? Yep. That was barely in. Ooh, that plug doesn't look too good. But again, brand new plug. And smooth. Any spark. Nothing. Is the kill switch on? Oh, it's on. We're not getting anything. Going back to the coil. These wires are connected. It's grounding out to the frame. Those look good. Using the screws. Let's see how bad. Oh, those are horrible. Yeah, look how crusty those are. It's got like the white crusties on there. So we're gonna clean those off, and hopefully we'll have spark after that. Just gonna pop these open and file those down. Those are really bad. All right, points are all cleaned. Moment of truth, let's see if we get spark now. We should have it. Oh yeah, that's really good spark. Making sure it's consistent. Perfect. So, plenty of spark. Well, now that we have spark, let's check compression. See what we get. The other moped had 182, I believe it was. So let's see what this one gets. For over 90. All right, here we go. $60. Jumped up to 150. Wow. All right, what are we at? This one has even more. 190. I've never seen a moped with 190 pounds of compression. That is crazy. Alright. Get this carb out of here. So we learned from last time, you tilt this down. Take the slide out right away. The second bike's always a lot easier than the first one. It's got the choke in it still, that's good. That looks pretty good. Okay, there we go. Alright, we let this thing sit in the ultrasonic cleaner for a little bit. Let's see if that bowl comes off. Oh boy. It's on there. There we go. I think what happens is that gasket got sealed to it. Oh, that one's way worse than the other carb. Wow. I'd say that's pretty bad. Alright, I was not expecting it to be that bad. What is that in there? That's pretty crunchy in there. Get this old gasket off. I don't think we can. Wow, that's nasty. That's a gross one. Alright, let's try to get this fluid out. I think it's coming. Nope. It is not coming. There we go. It budged. Try to pull it through this way. There we go. The needle is really stuck in there. Try to go underneath it, help it out a little bit. Oh no. It broke off that needle. Oh, is that bad? The whole seat is just packed full. I think that needle is like one with the seat now. All right, we finally got this carb cleaned up. I mean, that took a long time to clean. And we got that needle out. That was almost impossible to get out. The needle is a little damaged at the tip, so I don't know if that's going to work properly. And then the tip of it, you know, came off where it connects to the float here. So I'm hoping that's still gonna work. All right, carburetor's back on. Let's start working on the petcock. All right, we're just gonna try to take this whole thing off here. Oh yeah, it's coming. Bunch of gas, looks like it's coming out. Oh, that's good. All right, let's see if we can open this up. There's a spring in there. Yeah, she's gunked up pretty good. All right, we installed the petcock. Let's get some fuel line on here. Get the filter on. All right, this will probably have to come up like that. All right, let's get some gas in here. Gas is flowing. Well, we have good spark, good compression, and now we've got fuel going to the carb. I don't know if that needle is going to seal properly, so we'll see if she fires up. This one again would be the first start in 37 years. Light's working. The cat eye is not working. Idling perfectly. I don't know how that carb is working properly with that needle in there. But it is. That's crazy. Just idling perfect. Wow. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, both of these mopeds are now running great. The green one needs a rear back tire and tube, and possibly a carb rebuild kit or a new carb. The silver one over here just needs the air box, because right now we're still having to use that choke. So I think once we get the air box for it, we'll put that on there and that should solve that problem. But that one was in a lot better shape than the green one. The carb was horrible, but not as bad as that one. So for 200 bucks, I think we did pretty good. Got the pair for 200 bucks. We got the silver one for 200 and the green one for free. So not a bad deal. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video picking up these 1978 Puch Mopeds. These are really, really nice machines. I think once we clean them all up, they'll be a great addition to the collection. I have a black one right now, so it'll be cool to have the green and the silver as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for next video, and until next time, we are out.